We are discussing 10th standard NCRT Geography, 7th chapter. Okay, 10th standard NCRT Geography, 7th, last chapter. This is the last chapter. Questions come in our exam from this chapter. Clear? So what they're trying to say in this chapter is they are saying that lifelines of Indian economy. What is the lifeline of Indian economy? Like there are certain things which is being produced in India. Okay, certain things produced outside India, certain things produced within our state, certain things produced outside our state. So there is a location where the supply is available and where is a location where the demand for that supply. So how the demand and supply is met, we need a proper transportation. Okay, so thereby you have to copy down this. Okay. The pace of development of a country depends upon the production of goods and services as well as their movement over space. Okay. Therefore, efficient means of transportation are prerequisite for fast development. Okay. Now, all of you have either a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, no? Okay. How many of them are produced in Kerala? Any idea? Hmm? We take an example, like for example, we most common cars which is in Kerala is, let us take Maruti. Okay, in which part of Kerala it is produced? Say something, Rohan. Hmm?
Sir, there is no factory right in
There is
Kerala.
no factory in Kerala.
Rajasthan.
There is no factory in Kerala. It is produced, for example, Maruti is be produced in Noida somewhere there, or Gujarat. Okay. So how it is brought to Kerala is by transportation. So that car itself is brought through transport. So transportation is required. Okay. So supply means where it is produced. Okay. Demand means where it is consumed. Consumed. Consumed or brought. Okay. So this kind of two different types of this is there. Okay. So for that you need a proper transportation. That is what the end of this chapter at all. Movement of these goods and services can be over three important domains on the earth. Okay. Uh, so one is land transportation, the second is water, and third one is the air. Okay, right down. There are three types of transportation. One is land, water, and air. Okay. So when you talk about transportation, apart from transportation, one more important concept is a communication. Communication. So transport and communications making the entire world into a large village, right now. Transportation and the communication. Transportation and the communication is making is making the entire globe into a village, into a large village. So it's easy to, for example, you guys are sitting somewhere in Kerala, but I'm sitting somewhere in Kerala. But all are connected because communication is there. Understood? So therefore, copy down this. The transportation, communication, and trade are complementary to each other. Please copy down this. Transportation, communication, transportation, communication, and trade are complementary to each other. Okay, so we're talking about India as a diverse country. Okay, India is having a lot of diversity. It is known as socio-cultural plurality, right? On social, cultural plurality. Okay. So, contributing for the socio-economic development, we need this railways, airways, waterways, newspaper, radio, television, cinema, internet. So, all these are required. So, just an introduction about this again. This just to see, no need to copy. In the land, we got roadways, railways, pipelines. Okay, pipelines. Can anybody give me an example of a pipeline? Pipelines happen.
CNG for CNG transport.
Hmm?
For CNG transport.
Yeah, give me an example for that. Means where from where it is going to be where.
Some Hazira and all.
Hmm?
Hazira and Vijay.
Hazira, 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 Vijaypur. We are studying last chapter, I think. Okay. Hazira, Vijaypur, and Jagdishpur.
Bangalore.
HBJ. Okay. Recently, they have brought some pipeline in Kerala also. I think from Kerala to Karnataka. Gale, one new pipeline. So pipeline, okay, is actually very good, but particularly for transporting gases and liquid. Then inland waterways, overseas, domestic airways, international, all these are also there. Okay, now write down heading called roadways. India is one of the largest road networks in the world, aggregating right down 56 lakh kilometer. Okay, India's road network is 56 lakh kilometer. This data is important. In India, roadways have preceded railways. What do you mean by this word? Roadways have preceded railways.
Roads were there before railways.
Very good. Roads were there even before railways were there. They still have an edge over the railways in view of ease which they can be built and maintained. Okay. A small edge is there. That means advantage for the roadways. It can be built easily and it can be maintained easily. Okay, write down that. Roadways can be built easily and it can be maintained easily. Okay, so why it is important to have a roadways right now? The cost of construction is lower. That is the first point. The cost of construction is lower. Okay, roads can transfer comparatively more dissected and undulating topography. That means it can be constructed almost everywhere. Okay, in desert also you can construct, in hills also you can constructed. Okay, so right on this, roads can transverse means okay can go through comparatively more dissected and undulating topography. That is the second advantage. They can negotiate higher gradient. That is a slope. Okay, that is a third, including Himalayas, all these places. Okay. And in fact, two and third are almost same. Okay. Then fourth point is economical, okay, of few person and relative small amount of goods over short distance. Okay, three things. Okay. Uh, like for example, you want to go in only two person has to go, two-wheeler is there, four-person has to go, four-wheeler is there. Okay, only small quantity of goods you have to travel take. So roads are easy for what purpose? Okay, few persons and a smaller amount of goods and for short distances. Okay, this is the most important advantage of the roadways. Okay, then door to door services. What do you mean by the word door to door services? Okay, that means you will take another example, like you travel in a ship or you travel in a aircraft. Okay, or you travel in a train also. Okay, so after you travel all in all this, can you reach your home directly? Hmm? For suppose you have come from US. Okay, so mostly you have taken aircraft. Okay, so you have come to airport. From airport to home it is not possible. You can still go. Okay, yeah, if you're a rich person you can have a helipad and all. Okay. Okay, other than that, it requires roadways. So the end connectivity, door to door services means the end connectivity is provided by the roadways only. Okay, then roadways is also used as a feeder and the other mode of, so feeder for the other mode of transportation. That means if you want to reach to the railway station, you have to go through the road, right? If you want to reach to the this one airport, you have to reach through the road. So that way, write down roadways are feeder to the other transportation. Clear? How many? Five, 6 points are there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In India's roads are classified into six classes according to there. So right on, there are six divisions of roadways. Yeah, right on. Six divisions are there. Golden quadrilateral super highways. Golden quadrilateral. What do you mean without quadrilateral? It was like this, right? Okay. So basically, they'll be collecting four metros. Okay, they'll be collecting Delhi, okay, Mumbai, okay, Chennai, and Kolkata. Okay, copy down this diagram also. Golden quadrilateral. Okay, connecting the major roadways. That means Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai. Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai. Like this. Okay, golden quadrilateral. Then we also have got north-south corridor. North-south corridor connecting Srinagar with Kanyakumari. Srinagar with Kanyakumari. Okay, Srinagar with Kanyakumari. Then we have got east-west corridor. Okay, Silchar is a place in Assam. Okay, to Porbandar. Okay, to Porbandar. So if you look at, are you able to see a whiteboard, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if it is approximately in India. Okay. So how are we connecting? One is we got Delhi here, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. Okay. So this connection is what? Golden quadrilateral. Okay. Then we have Srinagar to connect to Kanyakumari, which is north-south. Okay. Then we have got Porbandar to be connected to Silchar. This is east-west. Okay. This is north-south. This is golden quadrilateral. This is east-west. Okay, are the part of this project. Okay, so golden quadrilateral has got this project. Three projects are there. One is the connecting the metros. One is connecting the north to south and east to west. Okay, these the major objective of these super highways. I can underline the word. They are known as super highways to reduce the time and the distance between the mega cities. Okay, and who's constructing and maintaining this? It is by National Highway Authority of India. National Highway Authority of India. National Highway Authority of India. Okay. Next comes national highways. It is actually very important. National highways. Okay. Extreme part of the Indian roadways. Okay. Then we have got state highways. Okay. It is constructed by the state PWD. Right on. State highways are constructed by the state PWD. Then you got district roadways, district roads. Okay, apart from that, we have got a lot of other schemes like right on the scheme, Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. That means village roads. Okay, or rural roads. There's a scheme. Okay, under the scheme, any village which has got more than 500 population will be constructed all-weather road. All-weather road means it can be accessed anytime. Okay, so that will be Pakka road. all weather road. Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Then border roads are there. We have a separate organization called Border Road Organization. We got a separate organization called Border Road Organization. Okay, so they construct the border roads also across Chinese border, Indian border, all this. Are able to see the map here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this yellow color is the golden quadrilateral. This yellow color. Okay. Then you got north-south corridor. Okay. Likewise, the east-west corridor also. It is getting connected. Okay. Then small roads. All these are national highways. Then you got state highways. Then you got district road, rural road. All these are also there. Okay. This question they'll ask you. The Border Road Organization was established in 1960. Copy down. B Border Road Organization, BRO, established in 1960. Okay, already many people have been removed from the class for not switching on the video. And then again, I'll remove you guys also. Then don't ask me why. Okay, and what is the purpose? The development of the roads and strategic importance in northeastern borders everywhere. Okay, roads of, write down the development of roads of strategic importance. Development of roads for strategic importance. Okay. Now roads can be classified as metallic road. Then you got unmetallic road. Okay. Metallic road or metal road is made up of cement, concrete. Okay. Bitumen. You might know this tar. Okay. Those are. So they are known as all-weather roads. Right? Roads can be metalled road and non-metal road. Okay. This non-metal road are not used, not permanent. They cannot be used in rainy season. Okay, it being a road washed away, all this. So this is what I have said, saying that in Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana, they are going to build this kind of road only. Okay. Clear? So this is very important. 1960 BRO was created, Border Road Organization. Okay. What is the point of connection from east to west corridor? Tell me, Gauresh, east-west corridor.
Silchar in Assam to Porbandar in Gujarat.
Yeah, Silchar in Assam to Porbandar in Gujarat. Okay, Rahul Sai. Okay, too much of sleepy. Tell me, north-south corridor.
North South Srinagar to
Hmm.
Kanyakumari.
Kanyakumari. Okay, very good. Manu, tell me, golden quadrilateral.
It connects Chennai, Mumbai,
Hmm.
uh, Delhi,
Hmm.
Delhi.
Hmm. Kolkata.
Kolkata.
Okay, very good. Now write down heading called railways. Railways. It is a principal mode of transportation. Okay, for longer this one. Okay, it is the specialties. It is cheaper. Okay, for longer distance. Okay, and transportation of freight means goods. Hmm. Okay, longer distance. Okay, write down. It has been great integrating force. Very important. Railways have been a great integrating force. Okay, they accelerate the development of the country and agriculture, industries, all this great integrating force. And the fact remains is 1853 from Mumbai to Thane, a distance of 34 kilometer, India's first railway starts. Okay, first railway or first train starts. Okay, here it is given 16, I think, but now we have got 18 zones are there. This question also getting repeated. How many zones and what is their headquarter under? They're giving this zone. Okay, I'll give you the zones now. Just remember this 18 zone. Otherwise, let me take the zones. Okay. All of you able to see one screen in the railway screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hmm.
I guess, sir, now we can see.
Yeah, write down Central Railway. Okay, Central Railway. The name of the zone is Central Railway and the headquarter is Mumbai. Headquarter is Mumbai. Eastern Railway, the headquarter is Kolkata. Okay, and then East Central Railway, Hajipur. Yeah, please copy down. Then you got Hajipur. Okay, Hajipur, very important place. Okay, don't forget this. Okay. Then East Coast. Okay, East Coast, Bhubaneswar. Northern Railway, it is Baroda House, New Delhi. Northern Railway, New Delhi. North Central Railway, Allahabad. North Eastern Railway, Gorakhpur. North Frontier, Malegaon, Guwahati. North Western Railway, Jaipur. Southern Railway, Chennai. It's not visible, Satyajit.
It's visible, sir.
Hmm?
It's visible, sir.
Visible. Okay. Okay. Now look at this. Central Railway. Okay. Mumbai. Eastern Railway Kolkata. East Central Railway Hajipur. East Coast Railway Bhubaneswar. Northern Railway New Delhi. North Central Railway Allahabad. Northeastern Railway Gorakhpur. North Frontier Railway Malegaon. Okay, Northwestern Railway Jaipur. Southern Railway Chennai. Okay. South Central. Look at this. South Central Secunderabad. Okay, where is Secunderabad?
Hyderabad.
Okay. I'm asking one name. You are saying another city name. Secunderabad is in Telangana. Okay, it is known as twin city of Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad and Secunderabad are twin city. Hyderabad will be here, so it is twin city. This is in Telangana. Southeastern Railway. Okay, the second one we are seeing in Kolkata. Okay, Southeastern Railway is also in Kolkata. The place is Garden Ridge. Already there is one in Kolkata, right? Which is that?
Eastern Railway.
Eastern Railways.
Eastern Railway.
Very good. Eastern Railway. Okay, then Southeast Central Railway. Bilaspur. Okay, South Western Railway Hubli. Western Railway Churchgate. This is also in Mumbai. Western Railway. So the second one in this one. Western Railway is also in Mumbai. Central Railway is also in Mumbai. Okay, West Central Railway Jabalpur. West Central Railway in Jabalpur. Okay. Two more is there. Okay. One is South Coast Visakhapatnam. And other one is Kolkata Metro. That is also coming under this one. Kolkata Metro. Okay. South Coast Railway Zone. It is in Visakhapatnam. Okay. Then you got Kolkata Metro.
Sir, can't see the screen.
No, I'm not sure showing any screen. I'm just searching one information. Wait a minute. South Central. Okay, so that is correct. Visakhapatnam is there. One more is the. In fact, where railway website itself is not updated is what's surprising. Yeah, Kolkata Metro Railway is the 17th one. Yeah, that's it. Now come back to this NCRT. Okay, that this question is getting repeated. Railway zones they're asking. So read that, memorize this properly. Okay, if you want, you can read through map also. Like you can do a like this. You can draw a map. Okay, then you can say Bombay is here. Bombay is for central as well as for western. Then Kolkata is there. 3 is coming in Kolkata. What are they? One is eastern, southeastern, and metro. One metro is also coming. Okay. Then Jabalpur is there. Jabalpur. What is Jabalpur famous for? Jambalpur. Which one? Likewise, Bhubaneswar. Two coast is there. Coast is two. One is Bhubaneswar. Okay. Second one is Vishakhapatnam. Okay. So revise this. Okay. We'll have a test over it. Yeah. So distribution pattern of railway network in the country has been largely influenced by the physiographic, economic, and administrative factors. Okay. Please copy down that. So what determines the railway lines? Physiography. Physiography means the geography, the plane. If it is a plain, then it is easy to construct the railways. Okay. If it is a hilly region, it is not easy. Okay. Okay. Physiography, economic, and administrative factor. Administrative factor means like capital is there, Delhi is there. Okay. Recently, 8 trains were inaugurated by Modi. I think yesterday to only one city, which is that city. 8 trains from different places are coming to this particular place, inaugurated by Modi ji. The photos were shared. You didn't get? Yes or no? I'll give a clue. It is a place where the statue of this one, Unity is located. Which place is that? Question can come. Write down. Kevadia. 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 Kevadia is a place where this statue is located. Okay. From 8 different destination trains have been inaugurated. Okay, and this is the first time that this kind of train has been, and it's a very super good train. Okay, have you seen photos? Yes or no? It is open. Okay, you have got a lot of thing. I'll show you this. You guys are people are buying a newspaper or not? In home it is coming, no? Why you are not opening it? Able to see? Look at this. What is the difference in this train? This is not a train in foreign country. It is in India only. What is specialty about this train?
Seating and interiors
Mm.
are different from the normal Indian trains.
Mm. These are Jan Shatabdi trains. Jan Shatabdi, normal Jan Shatabdi we have seen. Okay. But these are coming under a category called Vista Dome. Vista Dome coach. Okay. This is the word you're Vista Dome coach. Okay. What mean by Vista Dome coach means they'll have lot of space for looking outside. Okay. The top will be glass roofed. Normally we don't have glass roofed in the other one. Okay. Vista Dome tourist coach. Okay, the place is Kevadia. Okay, it is coming from Ahmedabad to Kevadia. Jan Shatabdi. The trains are coming. One of the 8 trains inaugurated by the Modi to a place called Kevadia. Okay. This is a sure short question. Definitely this question is coming in the exam. Okay. They can ask you what type of train. These are not Jan Shatabdi already we are having. Have you traveled in? Not this much luxurious it is. Okay. But it is okay. It is better than the normal train. Okay. Then the destination where it is coming is Kevadia. Okay. So total 8 trains have been inaugurated. Okay. These coaches are coming in the category of Vista Dome tourist coach. Okay. You have got larger space to look outside. Likewise, look at the window are completely glass. Okay. Okay. So this is specialty about this. Okay. And they can ask you what are the places from which it's connected also. Okay. So write down this. Okay. It is connecting from Hazrat Nizamuddin. That is nothing but Delhi. Okay. Varanasi, Riva, Dadar, Chennai, Pratap Nagar. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Ahmedabad also there, no? Yeah. Ahmedabad, one more train also have to understand. Okay. Rooftop clappers, seats of the passengers, and this seats also rotating seats. Okay, the seats also rotating seats.
Sir,
Mm.
sir, can you please show the railway zones once more?
Mhm.
Sir, the railway zones.
What railway zone? Okay, so these are the places of this one. Okay, one is Varanasi, right down Dadar. Okay, Ahmedabad, Hazrat Nizamuddin. 1, 2, 3, 7 is coming. I don't know what is this. Okay, write down. Let me check this. Reva, Chennai, and Pradap Nagar. These are the places. What is that zone? I didn't understand. What is the question? Who is asking?
Sir, can you please show the railway zones and
Right?
its quotates?
You didn't write that.
Sir, the north for railway. Where is its quarter?
Northern Railway. I think it is Delhi.
Okay, sir.
What happened? Too much of celebration. Any special day today? I think it is in some temple. Okay, so write down physiography is on the northern plains. So the question comes like, why the northern plains are having more railway zones or more railways? Because of plain. Okay, please copy down that. Okay, northern plains. Okay. Okay, but one of the problem in the northern plains is right on numerous rivers are there, so construction of bridges are required. Okay, bridges are required. Okay, if you go to hilly areas, you need tunnels to be built. Okay, tunnels. If anybody traveling from Palakkad to Trivandrum, 2-3 tunnels are there. Have you anybody observed it? Or if you go to Delhi from Chennai to Delhi, also 2-3 tunnels are there. Okay. That means the trains will travel from the this one tunnel from the hills. Okay, this you copy down. Okay, we have 3 types of gauge. Okay, broad gauge, meter gauge, and narrow gauge. Broad gauge is a little above the meter. Meter is 1 meter. Okay, narrow gauge is this and all not there much. Okay, in some places only. Look at this. It's just about 1,751 kilometer. Okay, now we are every train is going to the broad gauge only. Okay, we have look at this. Okay, we have got how much maximum 63,491 kilometer routes are coming under the broad gauge. So write down in descending order. Okay. I don't think anybody could have traveled in narrow gauge. I have traveled long back. The trains will be very small. Okay, that is known as narrow gauge. Okay. Now all these have been constructed and converted into broad gauge, meter gauge, and broad gauge. Now it is a broad gauge only specialty. Okay, next write down pipelines. Okay, pipelines are used for transporting oil, petroleum products, natural gas. Okay. And because of this pipelines, you've got a lot of other industry. In fact, petroleum industry is known as by the nodal industry. What do you mean by the nodal industry? Okay, they help the other industry like fertilizer industries, chemical industries, all this. Okay, thermal industries. So thereby, when the pipelines are there, wherever the pipelines are going, you will have a lot of other industries also coming. Okay. Okay. For example, this HBJ pipeline. Okay, has helped this one right on Barauni, Mathura, Panipat. They are very far away from the refineries, but still they are having petrochemical industries because of the pipelines. Because of the pipeline. Okay, right to understand. I am saying that pipeline can what is it? Redistribute the industries. Industries can be redistributed. Okay, what are the areas we are having pipeline as if now? Okay, first one is in the Assam to Kanpur. Assam to Kanpur. Okay. So they may ask you where the chemical industries are. Guwahati, Barauni. Barauni is Bihar. Allahabad. This is the first one. Okay, second one is Salaya in Gujarat to Jalandhar in Punjab. Copy down the places also. Guwahati, Barauni, Allahabad. Okay, Viramgam, Mathura, Delhi, Sonipat. Then third one is gas pipeline from Hazira to Jagdishpur. Okay, via Vijaypur. It branches to Kota, right on Kota. It branches to Kota and Shahjahanpur, Babrala. See, don't be lazy in the early morning about writing all this. Okay, please write down. Questions will come. Okay, then we will be in trouble. Okay, so three important pipelines in India. One is from Assam to Kanpur. Second one is Salaya to Jalandhar. Third one is Hazira to Jagdishpur. Clear, guys? And the advantage of pipeline right now, it is having a low maintenance. Okay, initial cost is there, but maintenance is less. Once it is laid, then you can send any number of goods into it. Then write down waterways. Okay, waterways, we have got inland waterway. Write down this number one. Inland waterway number one. So starts from Allahabad to Haldia. Allahabad to Haldia. It is in river Ganga. It is in river Ganga. Okay. Then number two, it is in Brahmaputra river from Sadia to Dubri. Please copy down. Please copy down. Okay. Then number three, it is from Kottapuram to Kollam. Okay. Udyog Mandal Champakara Canal. Okay. The Champakara Canal is very near to me where I am sitting now. Okay. Normally I travel to this through these areas. So something relate like this, right? To understand. Anybody's from Kollam, then they know this. Udyog Mandal Kakanad. Have you heard about this? That is National Highway, National Waterways number 3. That is in Kerala. Then we have from Godavari and Krishna rivers along with the Kakinada, Puducherry, that is National Waterway number 4. Okay, then number 5. Okay, river Brahmini with the Matai River, okay, in the Mahanadi, deltas of Mahanadi, all this included together. East Coast Canal. Okay. In fact, we have got, in fact, right down, we have got total of 111 national waterways, 111. But among these, only 5 are either functioning or about to be functioning. Okay. The first and second is, third is actually functioning. The fourth and fifth, I would got a doubt. Okay. So total, we are expecting that in India we'll have a 111 national waterways. 111 national waterways. Okay, then major seaport. Okay, there are total 13 seaport is here. Okay, 13 major seaport is located in India. Okay. Okay, Kandala. Okay, is the example of tidal port. Okay, where is it, Kandala?
Gujarat.
Gujarat. Yeah, Kandala is a tidal port. It is in Gujarat. Okay, it was developed because Karachi port went to Pakistan after independence, and Mumbai port is also very. Okay, so they initially constructed the Kandla port. Okay, it is a tidal port. Okay, and that Kandla is now known as Deen Dayal port. Okay, Deen Dayal. This name they are asking, don't get confused. Deen Dayal port. Deen Dayal port. Then we got Bombay port or Mumbai port. Okay, we also have one more port called Jawaharlal Nehru Port, near to the Mumbai only. Okay. All these are on the western coast. Then we got Mormugao port. Then New Mangalore port. Okay. Then Kochi. Look at the spelling Kochi, what they are. Okay. New Mangalore port. Okay. This we have talked about this from Kudermukh. Okay. Iron is exported through how they are exporting it, how it is traveling to the port. Iron ore from Kudermukh to Mangalore port. Through the pipeline. Through the pipeline, they mix it with water, and the iron ore is sent through the pipeline. That is very unique. It is not done anywhere else. Why Satyajit is not writing anything? Okay, Kudremukh is an iron ore. It is in Karnataka. Okay. And write on one more point here. Western coast is more favorable for constructing the port than the eastern coast. Okay, western coast is more favorable for constructing the port than the eastern coast. Okay, then we have got Tuticorin port in the eastern side. The Tuticorin port is renamed as, who can tell me? What is the name of the Tuticorin port?
Thuthukudi.
Thuthukudi. Just translating it to Tamil, it becomes the port name.
Puducherry.
Puducherry. You kill me, yaar. You give me a poison, rather than answering like this. Anybody from Tamil Nadu can answer this? No, sir. I am in Coimbatore, sir. Tuticorin is somewhere else. Right, and it is known as the VOC. Okay, VO Chidambaram Pillai port. Okay, Adit is waiting. When the class will be over, I have to go to continue the sleep. Am I right, Adit? Right on. VO Chidambaram. Chidambaram. Okay, he was actually a freedom fighter. Chidambaram Pillai. Don't link with our corrupted Chidambaram, former finance minister. This Chidambaram Pillai is a very good person. Okay, he was a part of Swadeshi movement and all. So VO Chidambaram Pillai port means, don't get confused, they are talking about Tuticorin port. Okay. Okay, then we have got port in Chennai. Okay, Chennai is one of the oldest artificial fort. Okay, then you got Vishakhapatnam. Between Chennai and Vishakhapatnam, we got one more port called Yennur Port. Yennur, Yennur Port. Thereby, Tamil Nadu is the only state where three major ports are there. Okay, three major ports are there. Okay, then you go further north, you got Paradeep in Odisha, then Kolkata. Okay, Paradeep port in located in is specialized in the iron export. Okay, then Kolkata. Kolkata is a riverian port. It is in the river. Okay, so Tamil Nadu is a state which has got, which is the only state to have three major port. What are they? Tuticorin port, Ennur port, and Chennai port. Okay. Likewise, which is a state which has got four international airport? Only state to have a four international airport.
Kerala.
You are coming from Kerala, you will say Kerala, isn't it? Huh? What is the correct answer? Anybody else? Hmm? Anybody else? By the way, who said it is Kerala?
Manu.
Manu. Very good. That is the answer. Tell me what are the ports are there in international airports?
Kochi.
Kochi. Okay.
Trivandrum.
Trivandrum. Okay.
Kozhikode and Kannur.
Okay. Kozhikode and Kannur. Okay. So only state to have a four international airport is Kerala, and only state to have a three major seaport is Tamil Nadu. Clear. Kolkata is a riverian port. In which river Kolkata airport, the Kolkata port is located? Which river is that? Hooghly River. Write down Hooghly River. Hooghly River. Yeah. One more point here. All of you have applied for the exam, right? Those who are eligible. +2 guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. +1 don't apply. Okay. The other batch +1 guy has applied. Okay. Unwanted and all. Okay. See, because they give option only two options. Whether you have completed +2 or you are going to write the exam +2 exam. +1 people don't have an option like to write that. Okay, so +1 cannot apply, +2 must apply. Okay, so the river is Hooghly River. Okay, and it is also kind of tidal port only. Okay. Okay, now apart from the Kolkata, we also have a port called Haldia. Okay, both are different. Okay, Haldia. Okay, then comes Airways. Okay, the air transportation was nationalized in 1953. Right on. Before that, Air India was not there. Air India was under the Tatas. Okay, right on. Tatas are the people who had airlines in India. Okay, but the Tatas airlines were nationalized. That means government took over it, and it was named as Air India, Indian Airlines. All this. Okay. Now this Air India is in a deep loss. Okay, they are saying that come and they are giving discount. Somebody buy this Air India. Nobody is buying. Okay. Then you've got Pawan Hans. That is also government is trying to sell this. Pawan Hans is very specialized in helicopter. Okay, helicopter. Okay, as far as air travel is concerned, government has come with a scheme called right on Udan scheme. Udan. Okay, have you heard about this one movie, Surarai Potter movie? Tamil movie recently was in Amazon. No, no, sir. We don't see movies. Okay, if you're not seen, also I'll tell you the theme. They are actually there was a person called Gopinath, Captain Gopinath. He is a person who came with the concept of lowest fare for aircrafts. Means when you travel in air. Okay, in fact, 1 rupee at the time. So based upon that, story is there, and now the government itself has come with the concept of Udan. Udan means right on Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik. Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik. That means the common people also can travel in the airlines. Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik. Okay. Actually, if you have seen the movie, there in one scene they'll be showing that as if he doesn't have a money for traveling in the aircraft. That is not possible. Okay, because when you are in NDA, you will have a travel allowance. You will have a this one. Okay, so there's no point in saying that, but just to bring a dramatic thing they brought. Okay, so don't think that sir, if I get into India, I'll not have money and all. Okay, okay, so that is not possible. Okay. Yeah. So this scheme is there. The scheme, according to the scheme, 2,500 rupees. Okay. If you can pay, you can travel. Okay. The scheme from the government of India. Udan scheme. Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik. Ude Desh Ka Aam. The scheme is there. Okay. And that is for, that is known as the regional connectivity. Okay. That means, see, normally we know these airports are very big airports. So there are small airports also there, because tier 3 and tier 2 airports, that will also be connected. Okay, now write down heading called communication.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, what is the purpose of this scheme?
Super, sir. Where
No,
are
sir,
you?
what,
Are you in the
sir,
class?
you have told some amount of this.
Anybody else can answer this question? Albi, you are laughing. Tell me the answer.
2,500 rupees
Hmm.
or something
Something
for flying.
or flying. Anybody else can put what is the scheme? Why this scheme? Nobody
To
knows.
make sure every Indian can fly.
Yeah, every Indian can fly. Even the poor people or the common people can also fly. That is a scheme. That is what I am saying. No, I have not said that. Okay, the common people also can fly, because it is normally air transport is costly. But nowadays, last week I saw there's a lot of offers are coming. Okay, if your parents are traveling, then you have got a free ticket. Anybody want? It is, you can book it. SpiceJet Indigos are giving now, because nobody is traveling in airways now. Because the scheme is mainly for making sure that even poor people or a common people also can travel. Okay. If I use the same word what the minister has used, according to him, the people who wear Hawaii chappals can travel in Hawaii Jahaj. Hawaii chappal means what? Okay, you know that the normal common man's chapel. Okay. Okay. Okay, Hawaii chapel is it's a very cheapest chapel. Okay, so he's saying that Hawaii chapel who wears that they can travel in Hawaii Jahaj. Hawaii Jahaj means aircraft. That is a scheme this way. Okay, Udan scheme. It is a scheme for regional connectivity. Don't you miss that word. Regional connectivity. Regional connectivity scheme. Okay, then come to the communication part. Okay, we got a lot of televisions, this one channels, all these are there. Okay, okay. Look at this major ports, international airports. Okay, see sometimes they are asking this name, we get confused. Okay, look at this Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, airport means you have come to Kolkata. Okay, and when you land in Chhatrapati Shivaji, okay, then you are in Mumbai airport. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru is a seaport. Don't get confused. Like this Meenambakam, I think it is Aringar Anna airport, I think. Okay. Okay, likewise, if you are landing in Indira Gandhi airport, where are you landing? Okay, you are landing in Delhi. Indira Gandhi airport. Okay, so a little bit of current affairs is also there. Okay, these names, lot of new names might have come. Okay, because this government is there, they will change all this old names into new name. Okay, for example, I'll ask you one question. Sambhaji Nagar. Where is Sambhaji Nagar? Sambhajipur or Sambapur, Sambhaji Nagar? Recently, new name given. Where is it? Hmm? No idea. Write down Aurangabad. Aurangabad. Okay. Aurangabad has been renamed as Sambhaji Nagar. Sambhaji Nagar. Because Aurangabad comes from the word Aurangzeb. Okay. And that Aurangzeb is regarded to be one cruel king. Okay. So that also Muslim king. So this Hinduita parties there, no? Shiv Sena and BJP are Hindu parties. So they are renaming it as Sambhaji Nagar. Sambhaji. Okay, so a lot of new names are coming that also you have to read. No? Okay, so that you go through. Then you got STD booth. I don't know how many of you have gone through STD booth. In your generation, it is not there. Okay, when I was in my college and all, STD booth, you have to go and make a call. All that have been changed nowadays. Okay. Then you got international trade. Okay, that's just one reading will begin. Okay. Tourism. Okay, tourism comes under a service sector. Right on. Tourism comes under the service sector. Okay. Okay. India is having a best tourism in the world. We have got everything. We got desert. Oh, everything is there. People can come and enjoy. Okay, but because of this pandemic, tourism has come down. Okay, but otherwise, Indians are good. Okay, which state has got this tagline? Enchanting state. God's own country, you guys know, isn't it? Which state has got God's own country?
Kerala.
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 What is the tagline for Indian tourism? Overall Indian tourism.
Incredible India.
Incredible India.
Incredible India. Very good. Okay. Likewise, enchanting Tamil Nadu. Okay, enchanting Tamil Nadu. Okay. So go and read this one more time. Be ready. So I'll be giving you questions for this. MCQ will be uploaded. You can read it. Let us keep it on Wednesday. Today is Tuesday, right? So Wednesday means tomorrow. Tomorrow, when we'll keep it on Friday. Okay, Friday is already given this portion 10th geography. Okay, and also complete in the app we have got a lot of geography. This one, right? Videos. Have anybody opened it and complete it parallelly? Okay, so that you are understanding what is being taught in the live also. Okay. Yeah, any doubt? We'll wind up the class. Any other things you want to say? Okay then. Bye. See you tomorrow.